All right, y'all, we are back with another video, and man, oh man, we just got a update from Benny. Shout out to Benny. I will leave this original video in the description. That way y'all can go show Benny some love. And man, he just dropped this video right here called All J6 Tapes Has Been Released. Cops open doors, high five peaceful protester. The big lie has been exposed. A lot of people on the left ain't gonna like this, is it? Is they gonna charge Nancy Pelosi for treason? Is they gonna charge her? Is she gonna go to jail? All the crap and stuff that she was saying? Is they gonna release the J6 prisoners? Because the truth is out. According to Ben in this title, the truth is out. I'm not gonna hold you up. I want to go ahead and dive straight into this. Like I said, make sure y'all hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Shout out to everybody showing so much support. Everybody been leaving positive comments in the comment section. And I also want to thank everybody that clicked on this video for the very first time. I appreciate y'all as well. And like I said, hopefully y'all stay to the very end, because YouTube will share the video if y'all watch the entire video and hit that like button. I appreciate everybody that does that every single video. Always watch to the end. Always hit that like button. I really, really appreciate it. Without further ado, we got to dive straight into this. I know Nancy Pelosi is shaking in her boots right now, but I'm gonna tell you right now, a lot of people gonna be pushing for Nancy Pelosi to be arrested for the crap and stuff that she was saying. But let's dive straight into this and let's see exactly what happened. Benny intro videos be getting me every time. Don't look like no ride to me or nothing. Like they peacefully walking.
What's up, guys? It's your boy Benny. Yesterday was a landmark day in press freedom and journalism, citizen journalism, when the House Republicans released all of the January 6th footage. And what has it proven? It's proven that we were right. It's proven that January 6th was a setup. It's proven that cops acted as tour guides, escorting peaceful protesters through the building and trapping them, showing them around, taking photos with them, unleashing them from zip ties and handcuffs, fist bumping them, and then they all left peacefully from the building. It shows that the narrative of January 6th is completely and totally farcical, that is fraudulent, and that you have been lied to, ladies and gentlemen. This is the largest bombshell story in American history, because so much has happened because of the lie that was January 6th. Now ask yourself, why did it take 3 years for this footage to be released? And here's what happened. Speaker Mike Johnson said, we are now releasing all of the footage. This happened on a Friday afternoon. We are now going to give all access to any American citizen the footage of January 6th. You can go into this specialized portal, effectively, and you can go look at 40,000 hours and clip from it what you will. Take from it what you will. You're allowed 10 clips a day. You can go request clips till the end of time, till Kingdom Come, till Valhalla, right? And so people have been doing this, and what have people been finding? They've been clipping images like this and scenes like this of peaceful protesters walking down the hall, of people being escorted around the Capitol building by cops, people being fist bumped by cops, this man getting zip tied, his zip ties effectively cut, apparently he was restrained, cut, and then fist bumping the police officers. The entire narrative is fraudulent. Everything you've been told is a lie. The cops were part of it. When are they going to lock the cops up? I don't know. The cops on the date of January 6th said this. They said that they were being set up. The police officers, as soon as J6 started popping off, said, wait a second, this is all a setup. Hold on. Look, we're understaffed. We're undermanned. They wanted this thing to fail. Watch.
They set us the up. That's what they did. They set up 64. Oh, absolutely. And then they asked y'all to come 2 hours later. They set us up. They needed everybody right away. Nah, right away. They set us the up. So now we ain't got no, we ain't got no mother. They set us the
Oh.
Take this mother.
Everyone across the internet is making the same point, which is why did the January 6th committee not release this footage? Why have you been lied to by Adam Kinzinger and Liz Cheney and all of the corporate press about this? Why did it take citizen journalists to actually uncover footage like this? Why? Because they needed to protect a narrative that every person that entered the Capitol on January 6th was a dangerous terrorist insurrectionist. Sorry, guys, definitionally, insurrection is the attempted armed overthrow of the government. Does this look like an overthrow of the government to you? Or does this look like sightseers wandering around peacefully inside of the Capitol building?
Right.
That is precisely what it is. And they threw people in jail for 20-odd years for this.
Wow.
By the way, you can see in multiple clips, police officers effectively escorting people through the building, bringing them into the building. J6ers have committed suicide. There have been 5 people, to our count, that have committed suicide because the federal government will not tolerate an argument in court that the police officers opened the doors and led people peacefully into the building. But that is precisely what you see in these clips. The media needed a narrative. They needed a narrative in order to attack Republicans
as
crazy. Violent extremists.
That's
because
crazy.
all they had for till the dawn of time was left-wing violent extremism. Left-wing violent extremism at the White House, left-wing violent extremism inside of every single protest in Washington, D.C. For all the time that I lived there for 15 straight years, every violent protest was a left-wing protest. I was physically assaulted, spit on at these protests. My family was put in danger from these protests. I saw that with my own eyes. I saw them burn down the White House. I saw them attack cops, attack security. The left did nothing. The media did nothing. They must have a separate narrative because they needed to lie to people to say that Donald Trump was a dangerous president. Donald Trump had only ever delivered good results for the American people. They needed to have their color revolution. And that's what this was. That's what this was. Clip after clip, tape after tape, image after image, video after video that is leaking out of this is showing that not only that, the press were literally sitting there waiting for this to happen. An incredible thing that's popped off here is that you can see in one of the clips, journalists inside of the Capitol building standing there taking photos, like waiting in a line as though they were like witnessing something that was pre-rehearsed. Ladies and gentlemen, like the real question here is how many feds were in the audience, were in the crowd, who was breaking the doors, who were the breach teams. Once you had a breach, it would have been like there's chaos. People are going to wander into the building. So how many federal agents behaved criminally that day? We know for a fact that there were undercover police officers in the crowd. We know for a fact, we have their body cam footage, that these guys behaved in a criminal manner, encouraging people to go into the building.
This right here is just ridiculous. They hate Trump that much that they would lie just to try to run with a narrative. You can obviously see the police are turning the protesters through the building. There's nothing going on. There's no people hollering, yelling, screaming, trying to fight. None of that. Peacefully going through the hallways, but they needed a narrative so bad on Donald Trump that they had to lie. Is they going to release these folks that they locked up? Like Benny said, got some folks for 20-some years. Is they going to release these folks after this footage came out? You can literally hear the police officer saying they set us up. They tried to set us up. This was all a setup just to push a narrative. Man, see, and this is what we be talking about right here. And then it took, and look at this, it took 3 years to get this footage. Why did it take 3 years? Why couldn't they get the footage when it happened or weeks after it happened? Why did it have to take 3 years? Because they knew nothing never happened, so they just held the footage so they can hold on to that narrative. Now that narrative happened just blew out of the water now and showed that you can see cops peacefully standing there guiding the people through the hallways. And like I said before, you can literally hear the cops saying that they tried to set us up because they needed to push a narrative. It was a lie. Man, boy, this is what we have to go through, y'all. I'm telling you, the left, like I said before, if y'all been watching me for a while, y'all done heard me saying a lot of my videos that they would do anything to push a narrative on Donald Trump. And they know that Joe Biden is the real problem here, not Donald Trump. But they don't like Trump so much I mean, they got a cam on him everywhere he go. They just waiting for him to do something bad. But then when you push a narrative like this right here was serious. Like Benny said, you had people that committed suicide over this stuff. What they gonna do about that? Like I said, is they gonna release these people that they locked up? What are they gonna do to Nancy Pelosi? Should she be charged for treason? I'm pretty sure there's going to be a lot of questions and answers in the comment section because I know a lot of people is not going to hold back at all. But obviously, looking at this video, it tells you everything you need to know. You don't see a riot breaking out. You don't see anything. You see people holding their Trump flags and walking through the hallways peacefully. Oh, boy, I'm telling you, they'll just try to run with anything to push a narrative in their favor. Just lying.
Encouraging people to go up the scaffolding, encouraging people to commit crimes because many of these people have been charged with trespassing. Their entire narrative.
Look at this. People was charged for trespass. And that's the thing. How can y'all charge them for trespassing if you're letting them in? If it literally shows the police officer letting them in the doors. How could you get them for trespassing if the police are letting them in? Come on. You can't tell me this one a setup.
Has been utterly and totally and completely destroyed, obliterated, immolated.
Let me take that back.
And now commit crimes because many of these people have been charged with trespassing.
Lie.
Their entire narrative has been utterly and totally and completely destroyed, obliterated.
Yep.
Immolated.
Mm-hmm.
And now it's time for some hard facts. The only reason they did this is in order to kick Donald Trump off the ballot. In multiple states, they're trying to remove Donald Trump from the ballot for what? Insurrection. Even though Donald Trump said march peacefully, and all these people did follow Trump's orders and march peacefully. Mm-hmm. In multiple states, Donald Trump is being charged. Donald Trump is being persecuted federally for inciting an insurrection in Washington, D.C. They're going to try and nab him on that.
Exactly. That's exactly what they wanted to do. And they especially needed something like this to try to kick him out of the race. Now, this right here shows you everything you need to know. And like I said, they've been trying to push any narrative to get this man out of the race because they don't want him to run. And we all see the poll numbers. We see that Trump is winning by a landslide, and the left is willing to do whatever it takes to get this man out of the race, whatever narrative they got to pull. Look how long they've been holding on to this video clip. Look how long they've been holding on to it. They probably didn't want to release this clip until after he probably get kicked out or the race was over, whatever the case may be, and if it didn't go in Trump's favor. They wanted to hold this footage. And shout out to Speaker Mike Johnson, man, doing a great job already. And y'all done heard me say this plenty of times. Since Mike Johnson got in, he ain't been in that long. But since Mike Johnson got in there, Mike Johnson has been doing a great job. He ain't holding back at all. Shout out to Speaker Mike Johnson, man. Let's go. Shout out to him for even getting this released.
They needed to try and put Donald Trump in prison.
Yep.
That's what this is all about.
Mm-hmm.
The big lie. This is the left's big lie.
Yep.
Their big lie was that January 6th was a violent insurrection. And now it has been utterly and totally demonstrably proven that police officers assisted, helped, and acted as tour guides, fist bumping the peaceful protesters that wandered through the building. Now, people may clip this out of context. There was hooliganism that happened on January 6th. We've covered that. In fact, an Antifa BLM undercover LARPer, MAGA LARPer, is going to go to prison. Caught a case yesterday. 7 felonies. We are not. If you punch a cop and if you hit a cop, you should go to jail. Period. I don't care who you are, what your political stripe is.
Right.
What we are saying is that the vast majority of people on this day were not only acting peacefully and as like effectively tourists inside of the United States Capitol, but they were helped in by the federal agents in the crowd and by the cops standing at the building. And the real people who need to answer for all of this are people like Nancy Pelosi, who allowed the Capitol building to be breached, who refused to take the phone calls from the chief of police.
Exactly. Y'all heard me say something about Nancy Pelosi earlier in the video that people are pushing, say she needs to be arrested. And I couldn't agree more for the stuff that she was doing, the stuff that she said. Yes, Nancy Pelosi should be charged. And I know I'm not the only one that feel that way. I'm pretty sure there's going to be a lot of more folks in the comment section feel the same way I feel. I'm telling you, boy, the line on Donald Trump is just unreal. These people will just run with false narratives because they cannot defeat Donald Trump, and they got to push a narrative to try to do anything they can to get this man out of the race. And I don't see it happening. I still got Trump winning. I know he's going to win next year. Trump 2024 all the way.
And who refused to accept the National Guard offer from Donald Trump. You cannot people like Nancy Pelosi, who allowed the Capitol building to be breached, who refused to take the phone calls from the chief of police, and who refused to accept the National Guard offer from Donald Trump. You cannot be an insurrectionist if you're offering 20,000 National Guard troops to protect the building. That's impossible, definitionally. So this is what we've learned, ladies and gentlemen. You have been lied to. We were right the whole time. The truth shall set you free. What's next?
I wonder, was this right here all a play as well? You see how y'all see how the cops and stuff just running out? I guess that was their way of trying to make it seem like something like a fight broke out or a brawl or something. So they just got the police officers just running out like something didn't just happen. And it was all a lie. Just like the police said, it was a setup. They can't hide this because you even seen the police officer say on camera that there was a setup. They tried to set us up.
What's next, ladies and gentlemen? We must win, and we must hold accountable these people who have been fraudulently pulling hoaxes and lying to us, and who will do anything to try and keep power. They are sick scum. Ladies and gentlemen, the truth shall set you free. Now it's time to act on the truth that we know. It's your boy Benny. Like, share, and subscribe. See ya.
Shout out to Benny. Shout out to Benny for dropping that bombshell right there. We needed to hear this. We needed to see this video to see that all this stuff was a complete lie. Let's see what CNN gonna say about this. What kind of lie, what kind of narrative they gonna try to push after seeing this video? What they gonna say then? Once again, shout out to Speaker Mike Johnson. He is not playing around. Shout out to him. But y'all get in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think about this. And let me know what y'all think about Nancy Pelosi. Do y'all think she ought to be arrested, charged? Let me know in the comment section. Like I said, make sure y'all hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch y'all in the next one.